What's up, everybody? Today I'm just gonna jump into it. I'm making a video. I'm gonna make a video on. I think I said last week I was gonna make a video on sexual desires and channeling your sexual desires, and um, I think men have to learn how to sexually satisfy themselves without a woman being around. We come to that point because if you we've come to that point to where we have to sexually satisfy ourselves and not sexually depend on a woman, because the fact of the matter is women know, they know that we want sex from them. And the thing is, we'll do anything and everything to get it, you know, including elevating them. We don't want to elevate her ego. We'll elevate her ego just to get, well, the sex. Can't do that. You know, what are the alternatives? That's probably what you're asking. The alternatives would be masturbate. I know that sounds boring, but once you ejaculate, you all that temptation, it's negated. It's negated, and you feel so much better about yourself. You don't have any regrets. You didn't have to uh, you didn't have to pursue a woman to get it. You can make yourself feel that way. You can get that sexual urge just by being by yourself. I know a lot of you guys want to experience the sexual intercourse if you haven't, but me personally, I've had sex a couple times, and it's great. It is, but it's not it's not worth dying for, and it's not worth sacrificing your dignity for. You need to keep your dignity. Don't submit to a woman. A woman should submit to you. Period. And I think once you've come to a realization that the grass is done turning green, you will understand that there's no there's no woman that's going to give you anything. You have to submit to them. That's their mindset. You have a small percentage who will submit to their man, but you have to find the reasons behind why they submit. But if you take away the biological urges, you don't need anything from a woman. Black, white, it does not matter the color. Doesn't matter if they're rich, poor, educated. A woman will be a woman. Some things are universally instilled. Some things are universally embedded in a man's nature and a woman's nature. Period. Most men, 90 a good bit of men want that sexual experience. I think women are invested emotionally, not as much sexually. I'm not saying they don't invest sexually. I'm not saying that. I'm saying not as much as men, because men have a higher sex drive. It's according to the sources that I researched. Some say that women have the same sex drive as men. Not the case. Not the case. Women can go months without sex, and it's fine with them, because they're not really sexually driven like we are. They're not impelled by sex like men are. Men are. We get horny. We think about sex, I think, on the average of 1 to 2 days. Or, I'm sorry, 1 to 2 times a day. Anybody who denies that is just trying to go against the facts. Men do think about sex more. They do. Now, you're probably that guy out there saying, well, I didn't think about it today. Of course you do. You're just in denial about it. A lot of people want to, negate the messenger, or they want to chastise the messenger for speaking the truth. But the reality is, they can't even handle the truth, no matter how you slice it up. So to those type of people, I'm not even gonna pay y'all no mind anymore. I did this time, but I ain't gonna do it anymore. But I think the best thing to do is find how you can satisfy yourself. Number one thing I want to teach in my videos, especially the young men and men older or my age, self-discipline when it comes to this type of stuff. Because a lot of guys lose friendships because they simp, or they try to go out of their way to get sex, get intercourse. And I've done it. I realized how stupid I was, and just how naive I was to female nature and my own, knowing that I'm going out of my way to get sex when I can just easily just satisfy myself at home. Don't be that type of guy. Do not be a fool. I'm telling it raw, 100% reality, and those are it's just how it is, man. People say life is what you make it, and I heard this today, but sometimes you have to just call life for how it presents itself. I've heard that from a guy I was watching today on YouTube, so I just want to give a shout out to Negro Ninja. That was the man who said that. But you have to men have to go in a direction. You have to follow. You have to lead yourself. Don't let a woman lead you. She will lead you to her favoritism. She will cater you to what makes her better. Women don't care about the man. They really don't. They'll try to make you feel good, and that's all it is. You sitting there waiting to get sex while she's trying to manipulate you, because she knows that. Once she knows what you want, she's going to try to manipulate you, get as much resources or information from you, and then she'll mislead you. Women are fallacious. Again, women are very misleading. They love to lead people on, then drop you off. I've had that personal experience. I'm pretty sure many of you guys have. You probably saying that's not most women. Women are like that. Just because a woman likes you, or just because a woman is dating you right now, does not mean they're not like that. You just happen to catch the upper end of the result. And people don't know how to self-object. For example, I've had that same problem. A girl, she liked me, but I turned her down because I saw how she treated other guys. It was obviously something that I had that she wanted. A lot of people don't think about that. What are the reasons for why somebody wants you? And I'm not, again, because I'm not sexually driven to have sex with women anymore. I think 2 years ago I would have. But I can see now. I can see once you clear your sexual desires, you can see women on a different scale. You can see them in a different lighting. And once you gain more of an accurate assessment of women, you realize that they're ultimately the same. They're ultimately the same. And so you can't take any of them serious. It's facts. Women are more emotional. Women they gravitate towards a guy who has whatever appears to be good going for himself. He has something good going for himself. So again, if you are a guy who's aware of a woman using you and you still choose to stay with her, then you got some serious insecurities. You don't want to be alone. You don't have any ability or desires to invest in yourself. Your number one priority is to get a woman. Don't be that type of guy. If you want to be that type of guy, then be that type of guy, but you ain't doing yourself any good. You need you want to make them cater to you. Don't cater to them. For the most part, let them submit to you and let them tell them to follow your rules. Those are the best things to do. But the process of transforming yourself into a man of self-discipline, it takes time. And again, I'm aware of that. You're not gonna, this one video will not change you, but it will spark inspiration for you to change. And that's all that's primarily what I want to do. Is I want you young men out there and people my age, men my age and older, to understand that you do not have to go out of your way to please a woman, to get sex. Just masturbate or exercise or, you know, have an intellectual conversation. Those are things you can do. So stay strong. Please subscribe if you haven't. And just make any comments about my content, good or bad. I can take constructive criticism, so just make some comments in the comment section. And thank you.